Hey guys, welcome back and thanks for joining me today. I am back in Nelson, Nevada. This is actually my third time here and my second time doing the trail that I'm going to be doing today. And that trail is called Copper Cache. Copper Cache is the first trail on which I broke a tie rod on my old IFS setup. I meant to tie rod a little bit. IFS with 35-inch tires. It was on the last obstacle that I obviously didn't make it up, and we had to run back into Las Vegas to get parts. It was a whole big ordeal. But today, I don't think it's going to be quite as difficult, and I don't think I'm going to break on the last obstacle, and I'm pretty sure I'll make it up that obstacle, in fact. So I thought I'd have a little bit of fun by putting today's footage together with my old footage on my 35s and kind of do a little comparison between pre-build and post-build and kind of see how that goes. I haven't really done any revisits to trails before, but I'm going to give it a try today. Copper Cache Trail is a pretty short trail. It's pretty action-packed. It's got a bunch of waterfalls to climb up, so it's pretty fun. The last big obstacle is a bigger optional waterfall, so I'm really curious to see how that goes. Oh, and this is the first trail that I've done solo since I completed the build. So there's no cell phone signal out here in Nelson, and especially not on the trail, so I downloaded my old Copper Cache trail video, and so I'm gonna kind of watch it as I go along here and try to get some of the same angles as I did in my old one so we can get some actual good comparison shots. This first little obstacle is a great demonstration of my difference in width now. You can see on 35s in my old setup, I drive through the middle of the obstacle. I get sucked into all the little holes in the obstacle. Versus now, being so much wider, I pretty much drive over the obstacles. My tires straddle the entire obstacle. You can see how smooth I am going up over that. I sort of completely miss all the little bumps. As I've mentioned in all my previous Nelson, Nevada videos, there are a ton of mining remains around here. Some kind of frame over here, big old tower up there, lots of mine shafts. This area is just packed with mine shafts. But on the trail, I just found a camp chair. Must have fallen off the back of somebody's Jeep. So, looks like it hasn't even been run over. So way back when, I guess I thought it was worthwhile to capture this speed bump on video, so there it is on 35s. Now I think the coolest part of this shot are the mine shafts in the background. So the last time I was here, I opted to go up this side of this waterfall because it offers a much more gradual rise, but that would be way too easy. So I took that side, which has a lot more vertical face. So this little rough section is definitely a lot more dug out now than it was last time. So this is one of the slightly more challenging obstacles on this trail. It gets a little bit off camber, and you can see as I go up it on my 35s, I get a slightly discombobulated. Now the 42s, they pretty much completely eliminate any discombobulation. Now, if you live in the Las Vegas area, this is definitely a very fun and I would say safe trail. Definitely come check it out if you're in the area. It's probably an hour south of Las Vegas. I mean, you get to go through this awesome canyon. It's very scenic. It's very nice. I really like it. This next little ledge that I recorded last time, and I'll record again this time again, is much more dug out over here than it was last time. If I saw a hole that big with my 35-inch tires, I probably would have tried to avoid it and kind of go up this way, but not a problem now. So you can see on this one, I'm a little bit worried about hitting my front bumper. And when I get to this point, I'm worried about high centering. Now I didn't do either of those things, but it was close. This time there was a big rock in the middle of the obstacle, which could become a diff hanger. Alright guys, well, I've finally arrived at the obstacle that broke me last time. You can see it's just a steep ledge, lots of tire rubber left on it. It's really dug out, so it gives a lot of people a pretty good challenge. This is the hardest obstacle in this set of trails around Nelson that I know of. There's probably something harder out here that's a big secret, but this is the biggest, most commonly known obstacle out here. And just to give it some scale, as these things are hard to capture on camera, we're looking at about, I don't know, 4.5 foot ledge or so. So it's pretty sizable. It's pretty steep. It's the same height approximately over here. So my approach angle for this was definitely inadequate. I had a really hard time just getting my front tires onto the obstacle. There we go. Watch my left front tire. I had to back down off the obstacle in shame with my broken tie rod. My experience with the 42-inch tires was vastly different. And even though I stretched my wheelbase 12 inches, I didn't get high-centered. Well, okay. I didn't break anything that time. That was a little sleepy. So, but hey, it's obviously a fairly difficult obstacle. I just made it look easy. Can't lose with 42s. I'm not usually predisposed to doing silly things like that, but why not make it a little interesting? All right, guys, well, I would say I sufficiently redeemed myself on that trail. No trail fixes this time or trips into Las Vegas to get parts. Yeah, pretty simple matter with these big tires and the new build. Pretty awesome. Thanks for coming along today. I hope you enjoyed this comparison between the IFS 35s and my new build. If you did, give me a like. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe so you can join me for new content every Monday and Thursday. We'll see you next time, guys.